Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am bestowing upon you the welcoming of the people to the people of What's Good America. I am that proud member, that heroic yet mildly humble member of What's Good America, that one half of this dynamic duo, the Batman and Superman. I am C. Turner, aka Chocolate Pudding. I just want to let you know my arms is out. I'm looking real good right now, and I don't mind saying it 1,000 times. I'm looking fantastic right now. The pandemic is somewhat over. I've been in the gym getting swole. It's going to be a city boy summer. I just want to put that out there. Now, I say all that to say this. My co-host has been in the gym his damn self, because I'm gonna put this out there right now because I know it's not true. I believe since that Billings is getting a new arena football team, he's making a comeback.
Lord, you didn't do that
right now.
You didn't do that.
Putting that out there in the universe so that he can get bugged by anybody who's ever seen him play. So I'm gonna put it out there right now. Mr. Saturday Night will be back on your arena football fields here super soon. And if you don't like it, then be mad at him and just don't think that I'm lying to you. Well, like I said, it's Mr. Saturday Night himself, Chicago's own, the Bay Area, the Yay area, Mr. Six, Big Game James Madison Walton III. What's going on, baby?
Well, I mean, based on the introduction, let me just go ahead and do this real quick. America, I can tell you this right now. Ain't no coming back. I don't know what you talking about. I'm playing for the Billings Outlaws next year. That is false. You over here trying to get me beat up. Look, man, you can't sit there and do that. Okay. Obviously, I am a mere 2 weeks away from the greatest day of my life. And you're over here trying to put that foolishness into my life. Like, how dare you? I got the fiance over there. She's looking at all of her books from her childhood. She's really thinking like, man, am I really going to marry this mug? Like, is this really what I'm going to do? Like, she's looking at all the pure good times. She's like, man. Then she looks over at me. She's just like, half smiles, like, starts crying and shit. I told her I was going to use an opening segment. I got a little slight like, all right, that's enough. So I'm on.
All right, stop.
But what's good, America, man? Listen, man. You know, if the names don't speak for themselves, at least with the way we start in this show, obviously we're going to talk about all things that are happening. But you know, I swear what I feel about Chris Turner right there. I just didn't. I know he didn't even. This dude gonna have one of them. You gonna have one of them Nelly jerseys. I can already see it. One half of it is gonna be like the half of the two. It's gonna be the half of the one in different Tennessee Titan colors.
Hey, you know dude, I'm here for the Titans this season. Like, don't get me wrong, it's Dolphin pride and fins up, but at the same time, I gotta love them Titans right now, dude.
And in the back of the jersey, it'll be HE, and then it'll be NES with their names combined on the back, so it'll be Hennies.
It's on the back. It's gonna say King and then Julio.
Hey, I think I got that. Might be the jersey to have created, man, and get on out here. I mean, everybody's gonna want a piece of that. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And then we can shout out Nelly for that. Nelly is the first guy I remember that was doing the stitched up half and half jerseys. Man, we lived in a good era, bro.
We did, dude. Like that 90s, 2000s.
That was a
good time.
The stitched up half and half jersey, that shit is kind of dope. But
hey, Walt, can I ask you a question?
Man, go for it, man.
Say it's in the morning and you're looking for a dangerously delicious coffee for every occasion. And it's indulgent and amazing in all flavors. What coffee would you go for?
Well, I mean, obviously there's a lot of options throughout this beautiful country we call the United States of America.
Right.
But there's only one I can think of.
Now, hold on, Walt. Let me narrow it down. Let me narrow it down.
Oh,
you're already down to one. But it's a specialty grade coffee, perfectly roasted to order. So that means your coffee's not just sitting under a light. It's not stale. It's perfectly made to order. What coffee company are you going with?
Well, I mean, to me, could it be a coffee company that I know for a fact truly cares about me, the consumer? and
It
what I
is.
want with my coffee needs.
They believe in
Exactly
customer
what I'm
service.
looking at. So yeah, there only could be one place. That's why I didn't know if it was a multiple choice. You were going to lay it out for me, but there's only one I could think of, Chris. I mean, should we say it together at the same time?
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
we should.
I mean, when it comes to that coffee that fulfills everything that we talked about, there's only one I can think of, and that's
Rebel.
Rebel. That's how we
That's
roll,
that's
man.
the and just to let everybody know, Rebel Coffee will be opening next month, July 5th, here in Billings, Montana. They'll have their own kiosk. The location will be coming soon. So be on the lookout for Rebel Coffee. Also,
The
the official
sponsor
sponsor of What's Good America.
What's Good America. Yeah, that felt good. That felt good. That felt
That
good.
was real. That was real.
Did you
I'm
see
not
how
drinking
good
Rebel
that?
Coffee right now, but
Did you see how good that felt, Screwball? That felt good. Look how we did that. That just felt good. Come on, Screwball. Come on now.
did you just try to guilt a whiskey company into being a sponsor?
Absolutely, I did. I mean, all they had to do is go listen to our last episode. And Rebel Coffee, it's not just stopping there. As you can see, you guys will be mentioned
Every time.
at
No
pointless
shame.
times for no reason.
No shade.
Because we appreciate you. So that's all I'm saying. But shout out Rebel Coffee. I don't even really, okay, I'm going to tell the truth. Rebel Coffee is going to be the coffee that gets me drinking coffee. There it is. Said it.
Boom. Done.
Said it. There it is. I'll admit it. I drink coffee now. And it's Rebel.
Thank you, Rebel.
Thank you, Rebel. Converted me to the dark side. I mean, whatever. Whatever darker you be. Yeah, babe. Babe's like, hey, we can have a coffee date. See, look at that. Look at that. This is already Rebel Coffee. You've already brought so much joy to my house. You don't even know
what I'm getting from this is not only does Rebel Coffee have fantastic and amazing flavors, not only are they customer service based,
yeah,
they're bringing families together.
I mean, are you kidding me? We just became closer right there.
Right there.
8 years of love and appreciation. And right there, she lit up. She's like, oh, he's going to drink coffee? Yeah, I'm going to drink coffee now. But only Rebel Coffee.
Only Rebel.
Shout out Rebel Coffee. So let's
hop right down into it, dude. I'm just going to call it right now. Ron.
Let's talk about him, man.
Ron is the type of asshole that gets me out of bed in the morning, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Ron, Aaron Rodgers, is the type of person that I am now, I'll say publicly, because there are stories that need to be told to me before I can really claim everything else. But Aaron Rodgers publicly is the type of asshole that I aspire to be. Because usually when somebody holds out outside of TO, usually when somebody holds out, you don't see that much of them. Like they're in the house, they're with their trainer, like whatever. You've seen Aaron Rodgers host Jeopardy. You've seen him on vacation with his girlfriend and Miles Teller. Randomly, why the hell is Aaron Rodgers friends with Miles Teller? I don't know, but that's a whole nother thing.
I can answer that for you.
Please.
Well, his fiance, actually, his girlfriend, his fiance, Shailene Woodley. Remember the movie Divergent?
I do.
Miles Teller and Shailene were in that movie together. They're best friends.
There we go.
Connection. Yes, America. I watched the Divergent series, and I'm not ashamed. Okay.
Can I be real?
Aaron Rodgers' fiance can act. Like that girl can act a little. I've seen Fall for Stars. I've seen that movie.
Fall for Stars that was a great movie.
That's a solid movie. Like I appreciated that. That's solid. She can act. You know what I'm saying? She's different, but she can act, and I respect that about her. So yeah, that's the whole Miles Teller.
I just want to say your suburbs was showing very much just then because you said act like you pronounced the T in the end.
Yeah, I know. I didn't be about the T. My bad,
James Fox. Your suburbs just came out completely on that one.
Well, I was talking about Shailene, so she's, that's Golden Globe nominated. You know what I'm saying? So you can get there, We get back to talk about Aaron, and let me tell you something. Ain't nothing this dude doing right now. For the first time, them nuts is coming out when it comes to Aaron Rodgers. Don't nobody say them Don't nobody say them nuts like you say them nuts.
That
you know what I'm saying? Listen, man. As we volleyed back and forth about this, obviously we touched on this months ago. Because I was the one that laid the prediction that Aaron Rodgers would be a Chicago Bear. I am still holding out hope against hope that somehow,
dude, y'all don't need him.
That Justin Fields will be traded to Green Bay for Aaron Rodgers.
Dude, you have Justin Fields. You have Andy Dalton.
I can't stand you. Okay,
dude, you have what? and then you have Andy Dalton. You have Andy Dalton training Justin Fields. And then you have Nagy and oh my God, yeah, Nagy. Come on, like you have the holy trinity of quarterbacks.
America, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this out here. Okay, I told Chris before it came on. I said, and this is what happens. You would think, that our What's Good America Instagram page would be used for good things, like promoting this show. Trying to get sponsorship. Doing the things where we can make this to Monterey. Daily, all I see is a message at some point being trolled by Chris Turner from our own podcast Instagram with a Justin Fields photo daily or something from Alabama. It is the funniest thing. I get to the point where I'm like, dude, like seriously, I'm your best friend. Like, I mean,
that's a fact.
If you troll me like this, I feel bad for you. Like anybody's enemy of Chris Turner, I feel horrible for you. I'm one of his best friends. Okay,
that's a fact.
And and we are both going to be wearing tuxedos in each other's weddings. And this guy trolls me more than anybody I've ever known in my life. So that's why I got to still mad about Justin Fields. It was kind of a playoff of mad about you. Paul Reiser, Helen Hunt. Helen Hunt, one of my 90s crushes. Shout out Helen Hunt.
I can respect
some
that.
Strange reason,
I can respect that because she was cute and Twister. I can respect.
Yeah, Ellen Hunt. They talk about. I saw an article. They're gonna make a Twister 2020. So shout out Helen Hunt. But that's why I got that. That's why I got the Justin Fields up there today. Chris Turner does not let me not have one. I told him I didn't want to talk about it until he will not allow me to not see it every day.
Daily.
But this Aaron Rodgers thing, like it's such a fascinating thing. We were talking about it. We didn't even have a topic coming in. We were just going to kind of talk about a little bit of everything. We've been off there for so long, but it's so fascinating to me because normally in sports, CT, and we know this because we've watched it, we've witnessed it in our own ways, and maybe have done things. I mean, shoot, I tried to do it in the IFL. It didn't work very well. I got traded. I didn't really have a whole lot of rights. I learned that real quick, but it led me to my wife, so I'm happy with that.
There we go.
So I understand what it is to be a superstar player and be unhappy with management. But Aaron Rodgers, to me, I've never seen anything like this in my life.
It's so
because
awesome.
It's the fact that he is coming off 48-4. Like, that's insane. 48-4. And you haven't bent over backwards to go, you know what? This guy's 36 and his touchdown to interception ratio is 12-1.
Yeah.
So he's going to throw 12 touchdowns before he throws one interception at the age of 37. When you've already seen that there's a guy that is showing you that elite level quarterbacks, and we've actually seen that. He's not the first guy that has had good seasons beyond. Joe Montana showed it could be done in Kansas City when he took them to AFC Championship games. Brett Favre played till he was 40 and had some good years in Minnesota before the wheels came off.
Correct.
And Tom is just laying a legit blueprint to like, listen, the technology's there, y'all. We can play until we're 40 as long as we keep ourselves in shape and do the things we're supposed to do. Sacrifice our bodies. So you're looking at a guy that's 37 years old, where it's
Fairly
not like
healthy.
he takes care of himself like he does. He really does. Like Aaron Rodgers is a solid, like you see it in the pictures, like that's his off-season body right now, in Hawaii. And you see him like, dude looks good. And the fact is this thing right here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's got a top 5 arm in the history of the game of football. When we're talking accuracy and arm strength and deep ball, there's not too many guys on that list. I mean, we're talking Marinos, you're talking Mahomes's, who automatically enters that conversation.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? You talk about Vic's. Vic is in there too because of his just the flick. There's not a lot of guys. So this guy is literally built to play
an amazing point with that, because Aaron Rodgers is one of the few quarterbacks that doesn't get judged by Super Bowl wins. Like, he's going to go down as an all-time great, even if he never wins another one, because the debate is still like, all right, we love Tom. We know how many rings Tom has. But this Aaron kid, like, I still like him just a little bit more or just a little bit less. Like, he's going to come up because he's Aaron freaking Rodgers. And I wish I had a set of brass cojones to do what he's doing right now, because one, nobody can say, oh man, this dude's wrong. Like, you get your contract, you play it out. No, not in professional sports. And then two, like I was saying earlier, most guys go into just hiding, and I'm training and I'm hiding, and you might see me out and about or whatever. Aaron Rodgers is letting you know, hey, bro, I'm good. Like, I'm not worried about this at all. Like, either they're gonna pay me or they ain't. I'm good either way. Which is even a bigger slap in the face to Green Bay. Like, so dude, like, we're not gonna pay you. You're not gonna whine or complain or nothing. Nah, I'm good. Nah, bitch, I'm cool. I'll go host Jeopardy for a little while.
He literally told him why. And the crazy part for me is, and this is not me to really ever defend the Green Bay Packers and any entity of them outside of Sterling Sharp, who is still one of my favorite football players to ever live. But Aaron Rodgers, to me, automatically wins this because we are in a way different era. This ain't the era of what you could do to Jordan and get away with and force him out.
No.
Good days is over. When guys know they're a certain stature and you're going to do, like, it's not even, and he talked about it. It's like, it's not that you drafted him. It's that you didn't give me the courtesy to let me know that not only are you going to draft Jordan Love, who, for all we know, maybe their luck continues. I've never seen any type of quarterback franchise luck like I've seen with this organization. They have been around just as long as the Bears are. They're one of the oldest organizations in all of football.
Right.
And they have been quarterbacked in 3 different eras.
Yeah.
They have 3 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in history. Okay. Bart Starr won, forget the 2 Super Bowls. Bart Starr won like 4 or 5 NFL championships, whatever called Super Bowls, on top of it. And then they were shit for 20 years. And then they go, well, give us the Favre kid. We'll see if this works. And he ends up being something. Not only something, but walks away with every record known to quarterback life.
Uh-huh.
And then they end up, Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. And now it's amazing. Like, do you really think that you could really, like, Aaron Rodgers was lightning. Like, that was lightning in a bottle, that you got away with what you did. Now, did you set the blueprint of how you should handle, I think, young quarterbacks coming in the league? If you see in camp, not yet. Yes, you have. Because that Aaron Rodgers blueprint, I give the organization credit for that. By making him sit and wait because Brett still had enough in him to get wins, it made Aaron Rodgers a better player. Because as soon as he stepped in, I think he was like 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. They sucked, but it wasn't because of him.
No.
Like that's and the stepping like he stepped in, everybody was like, and he, like I don't know if you had gotten to Chicago by then yet. You might have just gotten there. I don't know. No, you hadn't gotten there yet. But I remember the uneasiness of Packers fans. Like, what are we gonna do? Especially when Brett was there. Damn near took Minnesota to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
After he took the Jets to the playoffs, which people forget, it wasn't the greatest season.
No.
But Brett Favre took them to the playoffs.
He did enough.
And then he went there with AP, and they damn near won the thing. The NFC. You know, happy for Drew Brees because that gave Drew Brees his one Super Bowl. So I'm happy that it was him that did that. But it's like you got lucky with Aaron Rodgers because that doesn't happen. Look at your like prime example. Look at your organization, and it's not. Yeah, I'm not shitting on it. How long has it taken you guys? No. How long has it taken you to get competency to where you actually feel somewhat comfortable going to a season with your team? Dan Marino retired, what, 1999, 98?
98, 99, yeah.
About that?
Yeah. And it's been a shit show of name after name after name after name. You had your Culpeppers. It's been just person after, like it's been all right. This didn't work. Let me try this. Let me try this.
Had as many as we've had, bro. You've had as many as we've had, and at least you had Marino for 17 years.
Y'all had the funky quarterback.
Shout out Jim McMahon. I appreciate it. You ain't never hear me say that. You ain't never hear me say nothing bad about Jim McMahon. You know, shout out Jim McMahon. You know, but so I think to me, the arrogance of the Packers, which makes sense because as much as I do love all my friends that are Packers fans, they are easily one of the top 3 most arrogant fan bases in all sports.
Really?
Oh, easily. I can name them for you.
Please.
There's a Mount Rushmore of arrogant fans.
I know who number 1 better be, but go ahead.
Oh, obviously it's them boys down south. That's
okay.
It's the Cowboys.
Okay.
That's a given.
Okay.
Next would be the New York Yankees. Given. Because they're the Yankees.
Yeah.
And then the next 2, it's just the truth. I've never seen anything like it. I've said it 3 times. I've said that phrase. I sound like Skip Bayless right now. I'm watching too much Undisputed. St. Louis Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers are 2 of the most arrogant fan bases of all time. They are. And you know what it is, Chris? It's because they're mid-level size cities.
Yeah.
Where they're whole and they're in states where they don't have much.
There's nothing else.
I mean, you got the Brewers, right?
Yeah.
And you got the Bucks. I mean, did you watch like what's been going on?
Yeah.
Like the entire city is down there.
Yeah.
Watching this game. If they can't get to stadium, they're out there risking it all. Now that they know that they might have figured out. I mean, I don't know what's going on with, I don't like to mention the words COVID-19 on the show. We don't have an opinion.
No.
I know they were one of them states where they were like, yeah, we gonna do it. But they out there risking it because they know. You know why they know? This is it for us. That's why they're supporting the Bucks. The Bucks if I was Giannis Antetokounmpo right now, I was like, dude, we got to do this for the entire state. Because if they don't get to the finals, they know it's going to be a miserable year.
Hey,
like
Lord,
the entire
Lord
state of
knows.
Wisconsin, they know what time it is.
Lord knows the Wisconsin Badgers ain't going to help it because they are middle of the road, let you down when it counts ass team their damn self. So I get it.
You talking about one of Northwestern's bitches on the western side of the Big Ten.
I feel like that's the perfect time to transition because whenever fucking Northwest, and you even got, listen, on to the next topic. Like you transition perfectly into it. Let's go to the NBA. Because I'm not going down that rabbit hole with you. That's what you want me to do, and I'm not doing it.
No, I'm stating facts.
has Paul George now lived up to the playoff P nickname?
We'll find out tomorrow. I was very impressed. Honest to God, I don't see them winning the series without Kawhi. And it's not because Paul George is not capable, because the thing about my eyes, and I always say this, my lenses are always going to be for entirety, Chris.
Right.
I don't look at Paul Pierce in the 2 years with Russ and last year. I remember, not Paul Pierce, I'm sorry, Paul George. I remember Paul George in Indiana.
Pacers, yeah.
That dude was a problem. Paul George, Danny Granger was averaging 26 a game. People don't even remember Danny Granger.
Nope.
And Paul George was that talented to where they started taking the ball out of him. Danny Granger had his injuries. They took the ball out of his hands and put it in Paul George's hands in Indianapolis for the Pacers. I remember that Paul George. That Paul George used to give LeBron all he wanted in Miami.
Fits.
All they wanted. We talking game sevens. Paul George by himself.
Playoff P.
Okay, so that's the thing with Paul George. And if Paul George is able to bring it home near game six, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're going home. Like, that's the crazy part. They went to Utah and beat them.
Yeah.
If you can get out of that series, it doesn't even matter what happens with the Phoenix series, which in itself is perfect drama. Like, we need that. We need Chris Paul to play the Clippers.
Yeah.
You need that theater, because that's what everybody remembers Chris Paul as.
Storyline. That's all it is. It's a storyline.
Remember Lob City. Like, the NBA is set up a certain way. We got game 7 with the Nets. That's fantastic. That's great. You know,
I still feel like that's just. I'll go ahead. Go ahead.
But with that, Paul George, if he can do it again, he's done all he needs to do. He's shut everybody up, in my opinion. Because
I got it.
That's that. Now, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Are we better as fans with these injuries? You know, I'm gonna allow LeBron to come into the conversation because he is LeBron, and the I told you so's. I'll allow him to have that.
Right.
Do you think it has ruined what we've seen, or do you think it's made it better, what we've seen?
What's the old saying? You don't truly appreciate something till it's gone, I guess, is like the expression. I think it's something along them lines. I think it's better. Don't get me wrong. Like, I feel bad for everybody who has a torn this, sprained that. But at the end of the day, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. Like, injuries are going to happen, whether you had 90 days to recover from the bubble or whether you had 6 months. Injuries happen. This is sports. I get it. And at the same time, and this is me not trying to sound like any of our past presidents or anything like that, but you get paid a shit ton of money to play a kid's game. Now, with load management being the way it is and everything, you have the ability to take games off. You have ability to take 3 or 4 games off at the same time. Do it. And like I said, I'm not taking anything from LeBron or his statement because what he said was true. But my opinion, it's sports. You're going to get hurt. A lot of us have been playing the game that we love since we've been 5, 6, 7 years old. And let's be honest, you haven't probably been healthy since you were 5, 6, 7 years old. So injuries are going to happen. Concussions are going to happen. Honestly, injuries are a part of the game as much as the ball that you're playing with. So I feel as though those guys who are hobbling to the finish line, it makes them better men. It makes them better players. It gives these kids something to look up to. Those guys who sacrificed it and put their bodies on the line and can't finish the way they need to, you're a warrior. I support you. I salute you. But at the same time, it's a part of the game. So, do I wish they could have had more time off? Yeah. Do I feel bad that they didn't? No. You signed a collective bargaining agreement. You know what it is. These are the rules. You signed it. There you go. That's where I fall.
I think the context of it, it's just because I love this dude. I really do. Like I can't. I think I overstated too much now when it comes to a member of the Six Mafia coming back, and it's just when it comes from him the way it does because of how he handles himself on the court. Sounds like a complaint and a
Yep. Exactly.
He's stating a fact that is a fact that it has happened. But when it comes from him, it sounds like a guy goes, well, this is why we didn't get there because these guys. And the first thing I thought about, was I asked you the question was like, because I knew you were going to have a phenomenal response to it. This is not the first time that players have been in situations where they've had shortened summers and had to come back and play. And I've seen guys come back from that, do just fine. They have this thing that happens every 4 years, Chris, called the Olympics.
Yep.
And since 1992, there have been 12 guys that have had shortened summers.
Yep.
And I wonder if we go back and we look at the history of those guys and see what happened with how many games they played, starting with the Dream Team moving forward. Larry and Magic retired, right? You take them out. I know for a fact Michael Jordan played at least 79 games. He had tendonitis in his wrist the entire season. Bulls won championship. Charles Barkley was on that team. Charles Barkley was the MVP of the league. Patrick Ewing made it to the conference finals to lose to Michael Jordan in 19.
Patrick Ewing's had bad knees since 1975.
Who else was on that team? Chris Mullin, I think, played the entire year. John Stockton and Karl Malone, I know, played all 82 games.
Because that's how they're built. Yeah.
David Robinson, I'm pretty sure, played the majority of that season. I'm not even looking at stats, America. All I'm telling you is that when you look at that as, we only had this, you technically had like you kind of had a semester break. Like college, you had that semester break. And then you had spring ball, and then you had a summer, and then it was your season. It was basically like a football schedule they basically did when you think about it.
Yep.
Because COVID kind of shut it down for a month. So you
had spring ball pop up.
Yeah. You almost have to add that month to the month. And I think that's what the NBA did. I understood them doing the 72. Would it have been smarter for them to only play 60 games and start after the year? Probably. But, they also got to pay you guys all this guaranteed money you're getting too.
Yep.
So and to me, I honestly think it has made it's made stars. This playoff has made stars to where we're in really good hands. And I think we had talked about it a couple of shows ago. I mean, what I've seen Devin Booker become. The opportunity that Chris Paul has gotten to show, he was already first ballot Hall of Famer, but like it's unstoppable now. He got his signature series win. So if he never wins the finals, he beat.
Yeah, he beat LeBron. He beat his homeboy.
You know what I'm saying? And then he just put down the MVP when he was the runner-up in the MVP. So to me, Mazel in the Eastern Conference. Look at Atlanta.
Dude, I texted you a couple of days ago, and I asked you the question, is Atlanta for real? And
tell America what I said.
They got a shot. We're like,
Tell America what I said.
They are.
Tell them what I said was going to happen.
Dude, like the meme you sent me with 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 Trey with Trey Young being knocked out in the first half and then sitting up like the Undertaker, just it's I don't know if
Tell them what I told you.
I'm gonna leave that to you. I'm gonna say this.
No, I want you to say it.
I'm gonna leave it short. I'm gonna leave it short on this one.
Tell them what I told you when you asked me. What did I say?
I'm gonna leave it short. I'm gonna say this, and then I'll leave it to you to clarify it. I don't know, me personally, I don't know if the Hawks are that good, which God, for the South, I really hope that they are, because like it just does something in the South when we have like basketball, like when we got all the sports kind of going at once. But I don't know if the Hawks are that good or the process is finally showing itself to be broken, because we've been trusting the process for like what, about 6 years now?
You know what? That's a great segue. Let's talk about the process for 2 seconds.
Go ahead.
If the process includes leaving your stud big man hanging to dry because you refuse to work on your basketball game whatsoever, outside of being 6'10" and athletic, yeah, the process has been broken for a long time. I'm telling you right now, he's a nice kid. He really is. He doesn't get into trouble.
Nope.
The way he parties on the down low, like whatever he's doing, he had his Kardashian time. So you know what? I think Devin's a little bit better suited to date you. And Devin Booker over here trying to break the Kardashian curse.
Yeah.
We thought Tristan Thompson broke it, but no, Devin Booker over here trying to break the Kardashian curse. Let me tell you something about Ben Simmons, man. Ben Simmons could be the best player in the league.
Easily.
If Giannis Antetokounmpo had Ben Simmons shooting for, Giannis Antetokounmpo would be the best player in the league, because Giannis puts in the work. That's the one thing I know about Giannis. Giannis is up there. He's actually shooting 1,000 threes.
And he's made a couple.
He's probably only making, 300 of them. But
he's made some.
You can see he's working on his game, because at least I can't keep driving at, I have to shoot a three so I can, he'll let one go.
Yeah, so they respect it.
So, hey, if I hit a couple, now I got you. It's basically, as LeBron, at least LeBron came in with a jumper, you know what I mean? But that's what I feel about the process. The process is broken. They need to get Ben Simmons up out of there. I would trade Ben Simmons for Damian Lillard yesterday. Go ahead, get Bradley Beal in there or something. If you give Joel another superstar that can hit a jump shot, Chris, it'd be in the finals every year.
Easily, especially in the East.
I love Seth Curry and what Seth Curry did in that game that they lost at home. But Seth ain't Steph.
No.
You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about the process. And what Chris was alluding to, I told Chris Atlanta was going to win that series.
Yep. I think they can get them. It's what you said. I think they can get them.
Flat out said, yeah, this is for real. They're going to beat them. Because you know what they have? They've got the right new school mentality. They're I don't give a F.
Yeah, oh God. It's
exactly
clear.
That's the good parts of what I see in the new generation. Our time's now.
God. It's so obvious with them.
We believe
it's blatant with them. Oh no. We don't really give a damn about your process. We don't care about your fans. We don't care about your historic tradition. We don't care about none of that. Bitch, we'll see you in Atlanta.
They're not scared. Because at the end of the day, you know what they know they can do?
They can hoop.
They can shoot. They got 8 guys that can hit, that can go when they all go cold, we see it's bad. But when they all start heating up.
When they all heat up, it's a wrap.
And then they got the ultimate pretty boy assassin coming off that bench. Sweet Lou.
Lemon pepper Lou, baby.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. And he's home. So Lou ain't even gotta take the jet
No, Lou at the
to get
crib.
to Lou's at the crib to get to his spots now. Come on, man. Lou's like, hey, look, that fourth quarter, him and Seth going back and forth was fun to watch. But Lou just said, dude, man, you know I love you, bro. I love you. But I'm just a little bit better than you still. I'm a little older than you, a little better than you.
Dude, let me say this. I think you had like your point was just amazing. And like I don't give you enough credit, but that like the level of I don't give a damn from the Hawks is just ridiculous. Like, yeah, we know y'all got historic tradition. Y'all had AI, y'all had Dr. J. Like we
They
get
were
it.
both in the building.
Like we get it. We don't really give a damn about none of it. But y'all gonna play us or not? What's good? Like put your 5 guys out there. We got our 5. What's good? Let's go. Like as a competitor, as an athlete, more so as a man, I respect it, bro. Like it's the fact that you can say, all right, man, y'all got this legend out there. Y'all got this legend. Yeah, we got Dominique, but we ain't really talking about him right now. What y'all want to do? Square up. Had a referee throw the ball up. Let's hoop. Like I can respect that, dude. Like that, I can respect it.
And they sniff it. Because I mean, you look at Brooklyn and it's like James actually played well today. I don't know how much you watched it, but I was watching it here and there before. And James actually played well considering for a guy that has 1.5 legs. He got buckets, but it just wasn't enough tonight. They didn't have any other help. They didn't have 30 from Jeff. They basically didn't have 30 from Jeff Green tonight is really what it was. But if Atlanta sees it, you know what Atlanta's going in like? We can sneak. If there was ever a year to get to the finals,
this is it.
Kyrie probably can't get back. It might be game 4 or 5 if they get to the Eastern Conference Final. So just knowing that, like, and I think Nate McMillan's telling them, like,
you got a shot.
Like, you guys are young. And yeah, remember, Nate played on them Sonics teams, man. Like, Nate's been around a long time. Like, he's done a great job with Trey and all that, man. That doesn't get enough credit.
No.
I didn't even know Atlanta was in the play. Like, see, that's how terrible this is. I know Atlanta was in the playoffs until the playoff bracket came out.
I didn't either. I did not either.
Oh, Atlanta's in? Who they playing? Oh, they playing the Knicks? Oh, that's the most interesting series I've ever seen. I haven't seen a series like that since I was in high school. I'm talking like Mookie Blaylock, Steve Smith, Dikembe Mutombo days.
Those Hawks.
I'm talking Joe Johnson, Josh Smith.
I like those Hawks. I like those Hawks.
Those were good Hawks teams too. Kyle Korver and them, they were all right. Al Horford, they were all right, man.
I like those Hawks. But like these new school Hawks though, like these new school Hawks will play you 4 quarters and then fight you outside. Like I like these cats, bro. Like
they missing one of the young guns too. They missing DeAndre Hunter. So I mean, it's like that's another wing. Like all this team has is 6'8" dudes that can shoot threes and don't mind playing defense.
That's it, and that's all you need. What else do you need?
And Clint Capella in the middle that doesn't need the ball.
Bro,
all he wants to do is dunk. I just want to dunk, rebound, and block shots. It's like the perfect NBA team.
So I think you hit it right on the head with Nate McMillan doing. Like it's something about, and for those of you who don't play sports, it's something about when your coach tells you, "Hey, y'all got a shot," and you buy in. Like when that light bulb kicks in, like, oh, we could win this.
Yeah.
When that happens as a team and everybody buys in, oh, you're by far the most dangerous team in the world now because it's not that you're cocky or arrogant. No. You have a belief in yourself right now that is ridiculous. And when you got that belief and nobody can tell you anything different, you have now become the most dangerous team in the NBA. Because think about it. If you make it, let's say you go against the Bucks you got a punch. You got more than a puncher's chance against the Bucks because Giannis, he might go. Giannis gonna get his buckets, but you can handle everybody else on that team. If you got the Nets, KD's gonna get his buckets. Harden has a leg and a half ish, and then Kyrie's gonna be back game 4, 5,
Maybe.
possibly.
That ankle, did you see that? I mean, as somebody that's had ankle surgery, did you see the ankle turn?
Now
I was like, ooh.
Now you say that, but at the same time, you had, and this is a terrible comparison, but you had Tua come back from a broken ankle surgery, so it's who he probably shouldn't have came back. Anyway,
it's two different movements with ankles, though, Chris.
Very true.
Very true. Crazy.
But you can look at the Nets and like the Nets don't look as intimidating as they looked in game 1 and 2. And then if you want to look ahead, all right, look across. You got the Suns. The Suns are built just like you. So that gives you a 50-50 shot. You got the Clippers team, who you don't know exactly what you're going to get. Because Kawhi could come back and they could be a pretty damn good team, or Kawhi could come back and Paul George will fade away again, and then you don't really know what you got. So, like, it's, bro, they have a shot, which is all you really want.
And I do think obviously, is LeBron a ratings magnet? Of course he is. Sure.
True.
It's LeBron. But would there be some interest because he's not in to go, oh, I remember that Trae Young kid from Oklahoma. And it's like, oh, Chris Paul, the State Farm guy? I mean, shit. I can't not see enough State Farm commercials when I'm watching these basketball games.
True. Very true.
They're like, dude, I can't believe he's still in this. State Farm can we just, you know what? Shout out to State Farm. Has State Farm the last couple of years not been winning with sports?
Oh, dude, they're my insurance provider.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers has been. You've got Aaron Rodgers at least been in an NFC Championship the last 2 years.
Patty Mahomes.
And Mahomes has gotten to the Super Bowl the last 2 years. I mean, all they need is that Mahomes Rodgers Super Bowl.
That's it.
State Farm. I mean, if I haven't, that might be the time to just go ahead and say, hey, you know what, State Farm, we'll go ahead and buy this stock because it may need that getting higher. Not for real. But so I mean, to me, man, it's I think it's when it's all said and done, it's gonna be crazy. But if you look up and it's Atlanta playing Phoenix, don't be surprised because listen to me. Those are my two favorite teams in basketball right now. The way that they play, they are so young and they play so hard, and they play 4 quarters of basketball. Even if you beat them,
oh yeah,
Atlanta's shown it. They were down 26 and won by 5.
You got to play the whole game.
Joel Embiid's on the other side. Joel Embiid is a Mount Rushmore basketball player right now. Like, you could easily say he's top 4 of them.
Yeah.
When healthy, you can't. And he shot. That's the crazy part. That dude's averaging 36 and 14.
And he's still down in the series.
He's got a torn ligament in his knee. He's got 36 and 13. He's 7 foot. Come on, man. He over here dream shaking, and they still down 3-2. When I'm Joel, that's when I have to go look at my guy, and I'm like, dude, they gave you how much money? They gave you how much money? I guess listen. You don't say that shit out loud, but I'm gonna say that to you in a locker. This is between me and you.
Hey.
At the crib. They gave you how much money? What the fuck are you doing?
He turned into Kevin Hart. Hey, help me.
That's Joel B right now.
Help me. What are you doing? Bro, I'm damn near getting 40 a game. You can't get 20?
That's all I'm asking is 20.
Not 25. Just get 20. You 6'10". Get 20 points.
He doesn't even need a 3. All you need is a free throw line jump shot. Analytics has killed the game of basketball.
Oh God, yes.
For some reason, it's like, well, Ben, you don't need that shot. Ben Simmons needs that shot. Because if he could just dribble into a pull-up,
let's call a spade a spade.
He'll be able to pick and roll off him like crazy.
Let's call a spade, and then we'll go into give me a minute. Speaking of analytics, Tim Duncan made a career off a mid-range jump shot that got him several championships.
Mm-hmm.
But you too good to take a bank shot?
I mean, you damn near as tall as him. You light skin like him.
Why, dude, just make the phone call. Like, hey, Tim, I know you're doing Muay Thai right now, bro, but like, can you just give me a couple weekends to help me with my bank shot? Tim, I know Tim will do it. Like, I feel like Tim will do it.
You make a good point. That shot is probably as close to an unstoppable weapon since the skyhook.
Yeah.
And Michael Jordan's fadeaway jumper. And Shaquille O'Neal dunking a basketball. Like that bank shot's up there.
Like, what are you going to do?
Scotty made it glamorous, and then Tim Duncan just took it to a level. Scotty had that bank too.
He had it too. And he had his at full speed though. Like it's I don't know.
And Tim just made that. Tim made that art form, man. Like Scotty made it glamorous. Like, hey, you can make the bank shot look pretty from 15 feet. Tim Duncan's like, well, yeah, I'm 7 feet.
I'm gonna use
this over everybody. I'll win a few MVPs with this shot. I don't mind winning MVPs and championships.
Several. I don't know, dude. Like
I don't know.
You were right. Analytics have killed the game of basketball. But all that being said, let's go in and give me a minute. You want to go first? You want to go second?
I'm definitely going second today because I have no idea.
All right.
No idea what I'm going to say.
America, as I take my last sip of this yak. Ooh, that was good. Give me a minute. UFC. There are 600 licensed UFC fighters. I'm not talking about Bellator. I'm not talking about Fight League. I'm not talking about these small mom and pop things. UFC, Dana White, Joe Rogan. There's 600 guys who they have licensed, contracted to be in the UFC. All right. Of the 600, 43 are black. 43. Of the 43 that are black, 3 of them are your world champions right now. I've never been more proud right now of African Americans in sports because if you look across the board, you literally have a GOAT in every sport that's black. I'm not trying to go on a racist rant, but if you look in sports right now, like we're kind of essential. So, and I don't mean like in the main, because of course basketball, it is what it is. Football, it is what it is. Look at gymnastics. It's a little 5'2" girl that's shitting on people. Like to the point where she has a goat sewed in her leotard and nobody can say anything about it because she's that damn good. UFC is 3 dudes who are black. They're from Senegal, 2 are from Nigeria. The blackest places in the world, who will literally kick you in the face and dare you to say something. Boxing, well, we still got Mayweather for the most part, even though, matter of fact, I'm going to be proud with Mayweather right now. No. I'm going to be proud of Mayweather because he said something that was the most intelligent thing that he's ever seen. He's ever said. He is a legal bank robber. And there's nothing anybody can do about it because regardless of what you say, oh, you're going to pay for that damn fight. Or you're going to go somewhere where they pay for it.
I didn't pay for that fight. I didn't watch a round of that foolishness.
Or you're going to go somewhere.
Me. Plus, you can't rob the broke.
Or you're going to go somewhere or be with somebody who paid for that fight.
Nope.
Somebody paid for that fight for you to see it. Whether it was ESPN, whether it was a bar, whatever it is, somebody paid for that fight for somebody to see it.
Hey, babe,
he's going to be a draw.
Did you know that Floyd Mayweather fought 2 weeks ago? A week ago?
About a week now.
Did I even say, hey, babe, we got to watch this fight? She yawned twice and said, absolutely not.
But I guarantee you, in that beautiful apartment condominium complex that y'all stay in, somebody did.
Mazel. I guarantee half the complex had that thing.
Exactly. Looking in baseball, it's a bit of a stretch here on this one, but Fernando Tatis, he looked like one of us now. I mean, I'm just gonna say, like, he kind of favors like some of your people. So,
well, if he's from those those Caribbean
yeah
islands, I mean, technically, it is what it is.
And he's from like the darker Caribbean islands down there, so just saying.
There, I mean, if he's from if he's from the DR or the PR.
Like he got off that ship the same time some of your people got off. So I'm just gonna put that out there.
They technically, Bono, like that's technically it is what it is.
So I say all that to say this. I personally have never celebrated Juneteenth. And it took for my 10-year-old to tell me that we're celebrating Juneteenth. You need to go get this, and this. So with that from her, with how sports are looking, with how the country's taking small steps towards acceptance, I've never been more proud to be an African American in my life. Until I've always been proud, but like now it's just I'm glad the acceptance. I'm glad like the ability to everybody for them to be themselves is coming out. So America, thanks to my youngest, like that's been my minute.
Hey man, that's pretty good in it, man. That was very sincere and thoughtful. I have to play that one. I have to play that one back for the soon-to-be Mrs. Walt. Even though we had a conversation before I got on this, and my mom tried to talk her out of marrying me for some strange reason. Thought I put that on wax. That's what I deal with.
Hey, shout out to Sarah.
Yeah. Told Callie it wasn't too late. She started looking at me like, you know what? It isn't too late. Ain't that a bitch? Thanks, Mom.
Sarah just put it out there, man. Hey, Sarah keeps it 100. Oh, God.
Trust me. I might still be mad about Justin Fields, but, hey. All right. I think I've gathered my thoughts. So, America, it's too big for me to finish it. So I'm going to sip this for the rest of the night. But I'm going to go ahead and take this delicious sip. Use those infamous, famous words that are trademarked by these two men here. Give me a minute. I'm going to speak from the Frito-Lay side of James Walt tonight.
Oh, my God. I don't know where this is going.
The pandemic has been something special. I have really gotten an opportunity to be around people more than I ever thought I would. And I would like to give you a PSA when you are in grocery stores and you see vendors doing their job. Do not look at a vendor like they should get out of their way in an aisle when they are putting up chips for you, water for you, Gatorade for you, beer for you. You know what one of the most annoying things, Chris, I have to deal with? I walk into a Safeway, okay? And I have $3,000 worth of chips that I have to put in. $3,000. And I've got to rotate these chips, make sure the dates look good. I got to do all this stuff. So sometimes stuff's in the way. If you see somebody that's working hard and trying to provide you with the things you want as a consumer, and you know what? You just happen to want to go up that lane, but you see them there, take your punk ass around them. There is nothing more annoying in the world, dude, when I'm at work, when somebody looks at me like I'm supposed to get out of their way. Then, that's what that's the things that I've seen have happened in the last 5 years. Like things are just supposed to be a certain way because you are this and that. Man, if you don't get your lazy, act like you can't get these chips, or you know what, put your card down there, walk up, ask me, sir, would you mind grabbing me a bag of chips, please? And thank you, and doing it. You don't look at me every time I'm sitting there like, okay, look, America, a lot of y'all know I'm 6'3", right? I'm going about 225. Yeah, that's why Chris is messing with me. He knows my weight is down. That's why he put that rumor like ain't no football come back to me. Like he knows how close I am to my playing weight. That's why he messing with y'all. Mr. Saturday Night is dead. I killed him. There's nothing more annoying. You know how low, like when you in Albertsons, right?
Yeah.
You know them low rows where it's like, ooh, like I really want that chip, but like it's so low, like do I really want to bend down and grab that chip and maybe pull my sciatica or something like that?
That's why I got a child, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So rows like that, like I have to like sit Indian style, right? To do my job, right? Excuse me, Native American style.
Thank you. Indigenous people style.
My apologies, because that was terrible. Native American style. I'm sorry, I went 80s. I want to personally apologize right now for that. That's not where I was going. Bubba, all my folks, y'all know. Native American style. My bad. That was terrible. Now, I had to sit cross-legged, okay? You know what we should just call it? We should call it sit yoga style. That's what we should
There you go. Crisscross applesauce.
Yes, I was sitting. I almost tried to say that, but I was going to stutter that, so I just stopped. So I was sitting yoga style, and it's not just one time. This has happened throughout the entire pandemic, and I'm down there, and I hunch over naturally anyway. But like I kind of look like I'm a decent sized dude, like not like I can just hop up and do a sit down to a squat, jump, and sprint anymore. And people will literally be up top of me with their carts looking at me like, and I'm like, I'm at work. Like, this is you can, makes me mad. America, when you see somebody putting up the things you love to shop for in the store, that they're working hard, respect them because they are getting paid to do bitch ass work for you to enjoy the things that you love in your house. Respect them. Be kind to them. Because you know what? We're probably some of the nicest people in the world because we will conversate with you and be nice. But I'm this close. I'm telling you, don't let me win the lottery or something, dude. Because I'm telling you, next person to roll up me and expect me to just move out the way like it's their right. It's my right to go down this aisle. That's where we're at. My right there. No, it's my right to tell you to take your ass and go around because you are messing up my workspace. That was my rant. On another note, the Bears are going to win the NFC. America's been. Bang, bang.
I hate you so much. So, one, I felt like you needed to get that rant out because I feel like you've been holding on
I've
to
been
that
holding
for
it
a while.
for a while. Like I've been calculating that in my head.
And I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not one of those people because like if I see somebody with a Pepsi shirt on, Frito-Lay shirt on, and like they working on the aisle, I'm gonna go down the other aisle because I ain't trying to get nobody way. Like I'm already a big dude and I got a cart and I usually got a kid with me. Like I'm not trying to get in the way. Like, and then I don't like talking to people anyway. So last thing I want you to do is like, hey, you looking for these chips? this is what I recommend. Like, I don't really give a damn. Like, I'm here for my salt and pepper chips and get the fuck out the face. Anyway, so I get it, dude. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who made it to this far in the show, if you're walking down the aisle, you see somebody doing their job, leave them alone. Or even if you talk to them, like, be courteous, be respectful. Like, hey, sorry to bother you. You just so happen to be stocking the chips that I need. Would you mind handing me a fresh bag?
How hard is that?
So,
You even
matter
said
of
with a
fact,
smile.
that's gonna be the name of the show. Can you please hand me a fresh bag? So, with all that being said, I'm C Turner. That's Big Game J's number 6. Number 6 in your program, number 1 on your heart. Wakanda forever, Wu-Tang forever, Wu-Tang for the children. And the same question we asked you tonight is the same question that Mr. James Walter will be asking you on the 25-yard line when they call him out as a captain. And what's that question?
Come on, man. That's good. But the question very simply is, what's good, America?
What's good, America?